Everybody, hi. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm Mr. Kilpack, I'm the principal of Greenwood. Just want to welcome some of our special guests. We have Detective Lund, who's run the NOVA program for us this year. Lieutenant Christensen, we're grateful to have him. To recognize also our 6th grade teachers, Ms. Feld, Ms. Alvey, Ms. Salsa, Ms. Clausen, and then Mr. Gonzalez. If you haven't met him, is one of our assistant principals. Ms. Patterson is our other assistant. All of us dressed in our highest level of finery for today's events. Thank you all for being here. Without further ado, we'll turn the time over to Detective Lund.
Thank you, Mr. Kilpack. As Mr. Kilpack said, I'm Detective Lund. I've been teaching the NOVA program this year. I've taught the last 3 years at Greenwood, and it's been just a blast. I've had a blast getting to know these kids, and we just had a lot of fun. Hopefully they come home and tell you some silly stories. We tell a lot of silly stories, and we talk about JCWs and all sorts of stuff going on. Anyway, if none of you don't know who I am, or you have no idea what the NOVA program is, and you have no idea why we're here, then I'm going to encourage you to talk to your kids when they get home and have them tell you what the NOVA principles are. They're inside on your little program here. Some of you look at them like, what does that mean? What is garbage in, garbage out, blowing a frog? What does it have to do with anything? And I would encourage you to talk to your kids. Kids, when you go home, talk to your parents about it. I want all the kids to look out in the audience and see their parents and smile at them and tell them thank you for being here. I know how it is getting here, especially with the awesome parking, right? But we really appreciate you being here and supporting your kids and supporting us, and we're appreciative of the 6th grade teachers to support us and let us come in and do this. We at the police department, we love community involvement and getting involved with the community, and where we can come here and be with the kids and tell some silly stories and talk about things that we've maybe seen. And we feel that we take pride in that, we enjoy that. So thanks for letting us be here. I'm going to introduce Lieutenant Christensen, who is or was my lieutenant, but I've been reassigned, and he is a great man. He's the first guy who was involved in an accident one time. He was the first one there asking me how I was doing, and he kept checking me and seeing if I was okay. He was just an awesome guy. So I'm really appreciative of him being here. I know the chief sends his regards, and he couldn't make it today, but he also tells me his congratulations. So without any more, I'll give it to Lieutenant Christensen.
Well, I have a whole list of mean things to say about Detective Love, but now that he's being nice to me, I guess I'll keep it to myself. No, he does a great job for us, and this NOVA program is a program that I taught for 9 years. I taught at 2 different schools for 9 years, and I really believe in this program. And I really want to thank the principal and the teachers for allowing us to do this program. A lot of people don't realize this is not something that we mandate. It's not something that they have to do, is to let us teach. Sometimes it becomes frustrating for the teachers. They just get in the flow of things, and then they put the brakes on to allow us to come in and teach for an hour or so. But it is completely optional for each of the principals to do, and so we really appreciate you guys for letting us come in and teach this program. I'll call him Austin, but Detective Lund, he talked a little bit about some of those principles that are on the inside of the program and what each of them mean. And hopefully you guys have talked to your students a little bit about what this program is, because it just touches on a lot of different principles throughout life that will help them throughout life. But it's mainly just meant to kind of spark that interest and that conversation with the parents to help guide them and make the right decisions. But for the students, if you guys just remember each of those principles that Detective Lund taught you and actually embrace them and make them part of your life, I promise that it will help you help you through school. I've got a daughter who is in 7th grade this year, and she was in NOVA in her school, which is a school I used to teach in, and she was talking to me just the other day about the program and how she's used a couple of these principles just in junior high. Study the situation. STS, if you're looking at your program, stands for study the situation. And it basically means to just take a minute and think about it. Is there something good that can happen from what I'm about to do? And if so, then go ahead and do it. But if there's something bad that may come from what I'm about to do, or a decision I'm about to make, then maybe I shouldn't do it. So just these little simple things that really make this program great. When I first began teaching, like I said, I taught for 9 years, and I haven't taught now for 3 or 4 years. It's been a little while ago, but when I first started teaching, I was a young officer. I was married for a short time, and I was really amazed at the maturity level of our 6th graders, and the quality of individual that they were, the quality of product, and as each of these students, in order to graduate, had to write a constitution and a little essay about some of what they learned in NOVA. You guys will probably hear from a few of those students, but it amazed me, their abilities to write and make decisions. Sometimes as adults we tend to think that, oh, they're just 6th graders, but they're really not. But usually what that goes back to and goes to give credit to is the parents. You guys are the ones raising them day in and day out, year after year, and our teachers and our school programs, they do a great job, but they're just little pieces of their life. You parents are the ones that really can help make or break these kids. As police officers, we unfortunately get the opportunity to deal with people that have not been making the great decisions that tend to cause us to be called. And after teaching for 9 years, I've come across many students that I've taught. Students that I taught 10, 12 years ago still run into me in the grocery store or on a call, and they'll come up to me and say, hey, do you remember when you taught me in NOVA? And of course, then I realize that I'm getting much older and my hairline's getting further back. But it's really neat to hear some of those stories years later of the impact that this program had on them that helped them succeed in life. Your path to excellence is a real thing, okay? And if you will constantly strive to make those right decisions that will keep you on your path of excellence, I promise you that you'll be successful in life. Those people that tend to struggle more than others are usually the ones that aren't making those good decisions. So, again, I just want to reiterate too, to the parents, of the impact that you guys have. And as a parent myself, you kind of tend to take that for granted. But I'm sure many of you have had the experience where your child does something or says something that you don't quite approve of, and then you realize that they got it directly from you. And so sometimes we forget that, and we need to just take that step back and remember the impact that we have on our kids, because we're the ones that are going to help them be better than us. And that's, I'm sure, what all you do as well. I want to talk about one thing with you guys, and it's something that really means a lot to me. This is something that nobody can take away from you. Nobody. It can only be given away. It starts with an I. Any ideas what that might be? Not quite intelligence. Close though. Integrity. That is perfect. So integrity. What is integrity? Anybody know what integrity is? That is a perfect definition. He said doing the right thing even when nobody is looking. Now, sometimes people relate integrity to honesty, but there's a reason there's two different words. because honesty is being truthful. Integrity is all the other things. When nobody's watching, what are you doing? What are your thoughts? But integrity, again, is something that nobody can take away from you. And this is something that you need to really be proud of and make a prized possession of yours, because this is what will help you succeed in life. As we interview for new police officers, that is one of the #1 questions we ask them, is tell me about integrity. What does integrity mean to you? And on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you fall on that scale? Are you a 1? Are you a 10? Or maybe you're an 8 or a 9? Okay, but only you determine that. It does not matter what anybody else does or what anybody else says to you or tries to get you to do. You're the only one that can determine what that number is. And I'll give an example of somebody that kind of jeopardized their integrity. When I was in school, I was actually in junior high, I think it was 7th grade, but I was sitting in one of my classes and I went to get something out of my backpack and I realized everything was missing. All my pencils and pens, and I had a calculator and some gum and a few things, and it was missing. And so I had started asking around, and I had somewhat of an okay idea who I thought might have done it, but they told me that they hadn't done it. So I went and talked to the teacher, and the teacher basically made us sit in class until somebody finally gave my stuff back. And then it was a few minutes later, all of a sudden someone pointed on the ground under one of the tables that happened to be right in front of this kid that I suspected, and there was all my stuff. And so I got my stuff back, but nobody would really own up to it. But I knew who did it. I had already had a feeling. I saw this person over by my backpack. The items were found by their feet, and I just knew inside that that person had done it. What do you think my feelings were toward that person after? Do you think I ever trusted them again? No? Can somebody like that, when they make a mistake, do we make mistakes? Are we perfect? Or any of us? Are you or your parents or even me as a police officer, am I perfect? No, right? We all make mistakes. But some mistakes that we make, you can never overcome, or it may take a very long time to overcome. And integrity and trust and honesty are some of those things that you can't just overcome. That person, it changed forever what I thought of that person. So now, years later, I haven't seen that person for probably 20 years. And whenever somebody brings up that name to me, hey, do you know so-and-so? I think they might have went to school with you. What do you think the first thing that pops in my head is? That they stole my stuff. Okay? So there are things. Do you remember the principle of lifetime decisions? Right? What are those? Yep, there's actually more than just a few, but lifetime decisions are decisions that we make that determine our success or failure in life. And you guys are making some of those decisions right now. Right now, as a 6th grader, as an 10, 11, 12-year-old, okay, you're making those decisions right now. And sometimes you think, maybe what I'm doing right now in grade school is not going to affect me for the rest of my life. This person that I was talking about that stole something from me, what if that was the very last time they ever did anything wrong? And from that moment forward, they were the most perfect person. They always helped everybody out. They were the nicest person to everyone. But did what they did to me still have an effect 20 years later as to what I think of them or what I think about when I think of them? It does. So integrity, again, is really important to me, and I challenge each one of you guys to strive every day to make sure you maintain your integrity. Consciously think about it. all the time. Use these principles. These principles are what is going to help you keep your integrity. STS. You stop and just think about it for a minute, you're going to be able to make a lot better decisions. Okay? The windows of opportunity. You guys remember what that is? Those windows are wide open for all kinds of opportunities to come our way. But if we make bad decisions, those windows start to close. And there's not as many good opportunities that can come our way. So, again, I know I've said it multiple times already, but live by these principles, remember them, and I promise that it will help you. Did you guys enjoy Detective Lund, or was it kind of a pain in the butt? No, he's just that way with me. We used to joke that the ones that have the most problems and the ones that we wreck the most cars, we have to send them back to grade school to kind of learn how to do things again. But that's actually not true. Because we believe in this program so much, we only select our top officers to come and teach you guys. Because we believe that the relationships that we can build with you as students, you as sixth graders right now, will help you and help us for years and years to come. I mentioned I've seen students that I taught 12 years ago, they'll still come up and say hi to me, and it always means a lot to me. So I challenge you guys, I don't care if it's 10 years from now or if it's 2 weeks from now, if you see Detective Lund at the grocery store or at Hearts, he likes donuts, so he likes to go to Hearts and eat donuts and drink Pepsi, so you'll probably see him there. But go up and say hi to him. Tell him thanks because, as I mentioned, we deal with people sometimes that don't make good decisions, and so they tend to not like police officers. They're not quite like firefighters that everybody likes. So it's nice to have people that like us and that will come and talk to us and say hi. So do that next time you see Detective Lund. Any questions, any thoughts before I turn the mic back over? All right, we'll move on to the fun stuff. Thank you, guys.
I feel like I need to defend myself. The one accident was not my fault, the other two were. Okay, what we're going to do now is, with the teacher's help, we're going to present the certificates. And it's going to be up here, right? Yeah, bear with us with the no stage, but we appreciate working through this. But yeah, if you will be up here, and so the kids will file through. And so parents, when you see your child stand up, maybe come to the aisle here and try and grab a picture. It'll be kind of quick, but we'll do that first. We'll do the certificates, so kind of bear with us on that. Okay. What we're going to do now, thank you. We have some special awards that we're going to give. We'll first start out with the rockets, and I'll kind of explain. We have the kids do a Nova rocket. It's kind of a way for their creativity to come out, and and it's fun to. Hopefully, it was for the parents. Hopefully, you guys weren't up too late. But it's really fun to see their creativity, and we kind of talk about, when we do the rocket lesson, we talk about how goals in life and kind of associated with going to the moon and how hard that was. So that's the reason we do the rockets. So we have the rocket awards, which they get a patch. Mrs. Albee will help me by reading the names.
All right, when I call your name, come on up, okay? Mackenzie, Emily, William, please hold applause to the end. Emma, Vicente, Avery, Moira, Dominic, Ammon, Maite, Braden, Chloe, Eileen, Gracie Turner, Dana, Grace, Braxton, Aiden Knox, Mercedes, Kaylee, Aiden Wiggins, and Alita.
Okay. The next one is the Nova Constitution, which Lieutenant Christensen touched on at the end. The students write a constitution, what they value, what they look forward to. You're going to hear 4 students read theirs. But then also, certain students get awards for constitutions that hit on all the values, or they were just awesome. So it was really hard to pick these because you just want to pick them all, but unfortunately we can't. So.
All right, once again, when I call your names, come make 2 lines up front, okay? Here we go. Annabelle, Elena, Izzy, Toby, Wyatt McCrary, Angel, David, Ella, Leah, Landon Lloyd, Brian, Wyatt Wall, Ignacio, Sarah, Brinley, and Brooke. Come on up.